Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad, where you join me in my craft room and we make a card together. Today's card is easy peasy and oh so cute. I need to trademark that, easy peasy and oh so cute. Look at how fun this card is. It says, hello, thinking of you. And there's some hexagon dies on there and our notebook edge with the hello die. Easy peasy. And then you get to write all your stuff that you want to in the inside. Now, what do you need to make this card? Not very much. We are going to use the stamps from this one. This is the Thinking of You. This is 658838 from Sizzix that I designed. And we're using that Thinking of You stamp set right there. You probably already have this one because it's very popular. We're also going to use the Stamps of Life Notebook Edge and Hello die. Of course, we're using Sizzix adhesive sheets. And then we're also going to be using the Hexagon dies from the Stamps of Life. We're going to be using some of my ever so loved ink pad. This is licorice, and you can tell how much I love it because the ink pad is really getting messed up. And I think that's it. So let's get started. This is going to be so much fun and so fast and easy. You're going to love it. Now, what I've done is I've just taken my card. This is half a piece of cardstock, easy peasy. Then I've taken my white cardstock, and you can see, I just want you to see that I just cut it just a little bit less. Now, we do have dies that can do this. So if you have the rectangle dies, feel free to use that larger one, and it's going to layer perfectly on your A2 size card. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my die cut machine and I'm going to lay that down and I'm going to get the die out and I'm going to use that notebook edge die. Now the notebook edge die is really fun, whoops, because it literally makes that little perf mark and the fun little notebook edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that down right on the edge, just like that. And we're going to run this through. Now, we don't want to run it through like this, right? Because that's like a speed bump going through our machine. We want to go nice and smooth through our machine. So we're going to go like that. Now, at the same time, we are going to die cut our hello. Now, I've already added Sizzix adhesive to the back to make this a sticker. And I'm going to lay that down. And then I'm going to lay my hello die down. Now, again, I don't want to go speed bump way. I want to go long and straight through that machine. Now I'm going to grab my cutting pad and we're going to run this through. Now, people always ask me, so I always try to say it, why do you have colored cutting pads? Why do I have them? Because I'm a slob and I can find them when they're on my desk. Because when they're clear, they're not as easy to find on your desk. See, you can see this no matter where you are. That's why. And they're cute, but mainly for that reason. Now, this is the notebook edge. Ready? I'm going to lift this up. Oh my goodness, I love this die. I don't use it enough. And look at that. Isn't that fun? It has the little perf line. You could even tear that off if you want it because it does make a perf line. But it looks like a notebook paper that I pulled out of a notebook. Now, here is my hello die, and we'll get our little roller brush. Sometimes on these little ones, oh, there it goes. Now, keep in mind, this already has adhesive on the back, so I don't have to try to get my little glue pen out and try to add adhesive to that. So now let's move this off to the side, but then I just realized we need to do some more die cutting. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this back over a little, and we are going to get a whole bunch of pattern papers, and we will have on the website which pattern papers these are, because I'm trying to remember off the top of my head and I don't remember. And I'm just going to grab a whole bunch. I'm just going to grab that many, or let's see how many dies we have. And that's one nice thing about the extended magnetic platform. I have a lot of real estate to add all these dies on there, or all these papers on there. And what I like to do is sometimes I'm not quite sure what I know I want to put hexagons on here, and I of course have a sampled copy. But I know I want to put hexagons on here, but I'm not quite sure. I don't want to spend time going, well, should I do this? No, just make a whole bunch. So let's just throw these all on here. This is how I do my triplets too. Just throw them all on there, get them on there. And like if there's any lines or anything, you probably want to make sure they're a little straight. So let's pull these off because these are duplicates. And let's run these through. And then what we'll do is we'll play with it on our surface to see where we want them to go. I love this Express machine. It's so quiet. I wish I would have had it when my kids were little, because when my kids were little, I used to craft right across the hall from their bedrooms, and whenever I'd make too much noise, they'd wake up. And so I always had to be extra quiet, and this machine is extra quiet, so I could have used it. Now, they still take naps, but their bedrooms are further away than my craft room. So I don't have to worry about waking them up. Okay, so now I have all these cute little fun little guys, but we're gonna decorate this first. Now what we wanna do is we wanna stamp in this corner right here. So I have my stamps, and I always like to use brand new stamps in my videos. So, oh, I love that smell. Oh, I love it, I love it. So we are going to use some scrap, oh, that's too big of a block. I always like to use smaller block, the small of the block as possible. If I were to use a big block like this or a big block like this for a little stamp, I might get too much rocking going on. So I want to just use the size that I need, and that's it. Now, because this is a brand new stamp, the first couple times you use it, you want to stamp on a scratch paper. So we will use this, because that's kind of scratch paper, or at least for me it is. That looks good. Every image that you stamp after the first is going to get better and better. So we want this to go right here in the corner. Now, of course, I'm using my secret weapon below me to give me nice, easy, even pressure all the way around. And let's add this to our card. Okay, so we're going to add this to our card. Look how cute that is with that notebook edge. I love that. Add that down. And then let's add our little hello. Now, oh, look how intricate this is. But you don't have to worry about putting adhesive on the back because we use that Sizzix adhesive. So now, look at that. It's a sticker. It's a sticker. Okay. And let's add that right here. Hello, thinking of you. Now we get to play with our little hexagons. We can decide how we want to lay these out. And we also can decide if we want the other side to show too, if we want to. So now we can do these, move them around. We can go like this, we can go like that. And I'm gonna do totally different than my sample just because, but I need more hexagons. And lucky me, they cut extras out for me. So I bet you wish you had little elves at your house. I have little elves that help me do stuff. And it helps me a lot because I get more done. Okay, I think that, I like that, just like that. So we're gonna add our adhesive to the back. Now I could have added Sizzix adhesive to these before I cut them, which probably would have been a really smart idea, but oh well, win some and lose some. Okay, so let's just add our little adhesive to all of these. And look how cute this is. So I don't know if you've noticed or not, I probably shouldn't even say anything because if you haven't noticed by now, you're not gonna notice. But I got my hair cut the other day. I got 5 inches taken off. And I don't ever really change my hairstyle. It's always pretty much the same. And my hairdresser, who I love, Narcy, hi, she watches my videos, which kind of creeps me out a little because I know her in real life and we're friends. But Darcy said, are you sure you want to try? How long have you been thinking? Because I don't like change. And she's like, how long have you been thinking about this? Are you sure you want to do this? And I kept saying, yes, yes, 5 weeks I've thought about it. So yes, we cut off 5 inches. Okay, so I'm adding just little pop dots to the back, pop foam squares, whatever you want to call them, of this large one, because what I want to do is just add a little extra interest by popping it up just a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna, whoa, don't stick to me, buddy. Okay, so now we're gonna add this guy right here, and I think we need to add a couple more little guys. So let's see. Oh, I'm just gonna, well, he's already the same color. Oh, here's a yellow. Oh, here's a blue. That one's better. Okay, so now all these extra ones that I've cut out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them back in the package so I can use them next time. So don't throw them away. And I don't like to put them in my scrap bin. I don't have a scrap bin for little guys like this. I'd rather put these with the dies, so when I use that die set again, they're right there and I can just grab them and go. If I put them in my scrap pile, they'll just get lost. Now I do have a scrap pile, just a heads up, I do have a scrap pile for cardstock that has the Sizzix adhesive on the back. So I never ever throw any of those pieces away. So here I cut out one of the loves and I saved this because it has the adhesive on the back. So my scrap pile consists of those with adhesive on the back, but little pieces like this already cut out, they don't go in the scrap pile. Instead, or I guess it's not even a pile, it's a basket. They actually go into the container itself that the dice came in. But there's enough talking, right? Because look at that, we're already done. Hello, thinking of you. Isn't that adorable? Now I can write my little message in there, and now I have to figure out who I'm gonna give this to. But thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad, where we get together in my craft room and we make a card. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.